Hello, Troop 203. This is just going to be a tutorial video on how to set up and use Discord to help communicate and improve the communication within the troop. So Discord comes on many different platforms and services. They've got the website, so if you don't have any application, or if you're on a guest's phone, you can just go on to the website and you can open up and you can still see your Discord. It's also a computer application, and it's also available on iOS and Android devices as a mobile app. So I'm going to get started and set up on the computer version. The iOS and Android version should be the same, minor differences on just how you use it, but it will still have the same gist. So what you're going to want to do is hop over to discord.com, and it should bring up to this page, and it should have your download for Mac or Windows or Linux or whatever you're using. You go ahead and you click on that. If you're wanting to use the web browser, that's right next to it. But to download, you go ahead and click on that. If it is not there, or if it's not the proper thing, you come up to a download tab, and it brings up to what it should have been. Or if not, you can just come over to whichever one you're trying to download and install. So once you go through that, it'll ask you for your email, your username, your password. You get that set up. If your parent is setting this up, make sure it's your parent's information. If your parent is setting up for the Scout, same thing, parent. And if the Scout's setting it up, if you got your parent permission and you are indeed over the age 13, you can go ahead and set up with your credentials with your parents' permission. So once you've gotten that set up, it should have a tutorial on all versions and all platforms. But this should just be into what you're kind of looking at for the troop. So hop over to Discord. You'll notice it looks kind of complicated, but I assure you it's not that difficult. So Discord is broken up into 3 or 4 different sections. Right on the far left-hand side, you've got your different servers, so your different groups for different things. And then you should also have a add a server and explore public servers. This you have to be cautious about because they are public servers. They're not being monitored. You make sure you have your parents' permission before you start going through the public servers. Add a server. So to get onto the Troop 203 Discord, you're going to click on to add a server, and it'll ask you if you want to create one, but you already have an invite and you're going to want to join a server. Once you have that, you'll have a link that kind of looks like this. You'll copy and paste it, and then it'll bring you into what looks like this. So it doesn't look too complicated after that. So, and this is going to apply to all servers that if you joined anything else, like your school or a club. On the far left, you'll have channels. So this is for different subjects. So we've got our welcome and rules, and then we've also got a tech support channel that you can swap in and out. In the center is your main chat kind of area. So you can type in, if you have any tech support issues, you can go ahead and ask those questions there. But this is your main chat area. And then over here on the right-hand side, you've got the participants of who is online and which channels. So you've got the different people here. So when you first join, there's going to be a few things you need to do. We've got our welcome and rules. Make sure you have your cyber chip and you've signed the policy, the permission slip / policy, and handed that in. So that way we know you've got your cyber chip and you're okay to be on the server. So other than the 2 rules of any content on this platform needs to conform to our scouting values, keep our cyber chip guidelines in mind, and that the discussions between the patrols is in the patrol chat, there's really not too much else. Just keep in mind that if the rules are broken, communication can and will be limited, and just keep the cyber chip in mind. That's the big thing. So if you ever forget something, the tutorial video will be right here. So up here, it says you'll be unable to connect with the rest of the troop until you select your corresponding role. It sounds a little complicated, but it's not too hard. There's 2 things that you're going to need to do before you join. So on the left-hand side, you've got your different people. You'll have your name. It's highlighted. If you left-click, it'll tell you your different roles, and then your notes if you have any notes. But what we're going to do is we're going to right-click, and we're going to come down to change nickname, because your nickname is not going to look like your actual name. It is going to be just a random, whatever your username is. So you're going to come down, you're going to change your nickname. If you are a scout, you're going to use your first name, last initial. And if you are a parent, you're going to use your first initial, last name. As you can see here, I can easily tell that these two people are adults, with the different colors and the different roles. These guys over here are bots. We've got our Scouter bot and Carl bot. I'll get to those after. I'll get to those guys in a bit. So you're gonna come down here. This is probably the most confusing part of this of the Discord setup. Is we've got Carl bot who has introduced these different roles. So if you're in Patrol 1 or if you're in Patrol 2, you kind of read, you select you see your thumbs up, and then you come down and you select thumbs up. Then it introduces you into your Patrol 1. If you're Patrol 2, same thing. If you're like a scout leader, or I should say Patrol leader for Patrol 1, you're going to hit Patrol 1 and Scout leader. Same thing for Patrol 2. And then SPL and ASPL, you click SPL, ASPL, and Scout leader. Parents and adults, same thing down here. You've got your parents and adults. You can click both if you are an adult leader and a parent as well. It'll still give you your adult permissions. So Discord, once you've selected that, Discord works in a hierarchy system that you've got your whoever has permissions, and it works its way up with the different amount of channels. So we've used that to see kind of like implement that into the way the troop works. So let's say you selected on Patrol 1. This is what's going to see. You can see one big difference, and that's all these channels that have opened up. So you'll also see an announcements channel. This is for your different announcements. When you are using an announcement, make sure you use the @everybody ping, so that way everybody gets it. You've got your signups. So if you've got an upcoming activity, that'll be posted here. Suggestions for the troop. If you're unable to attend a PLC, but you have a good idea, you can just throw that into there. We'll get that. And then we've got a tech support that is used for everybody. So everybody, if anybody needs any tech support issues, or if something's not working just right, you can go ahead and throw that in there. We also have a troop chat. This is just for random troop stuff. If we're talking about things, merit badges. Merit badge discussions, they're pretty much named and labeled right. Your rank advancement, off topic is off topic. And then you have your own private Patrol 1 chat. So if you're talking about, this is going back to the second rule, is the discussion between patrols as being the patrol chat. This is your patrol chat. This is where you can discuss with other members of your patrol. If you want to plan outings, or if something's going on, you go ahead and you throw that in there. But do know that we can see, so the SPL and ASPL will be able to see that. And then we've got voice channels. These are a little more advanced, but if you need to meet with a group, make sure you have 2 adults meeting with you if you're just going to hop in. These are not going to be used as much as the text channels, but they are there for when we need them. So if let's say, you need to meet with someone for rank advancement, you just type in rank advancement, or I would need to schedule rank advancement. Then I'd probably respond with something along the lines of, hey, would you be able to meet now? I've got my 2 adults. Then once we've done that, you can say, all right, sure. And then we can meet in the meeting room. And then here, and then you've got your mute and deafen there, so you can do that. And then you can come up and disconnect. So that's pretty much everything that's introduced with Patrol 1. If we hop over to Patrol 2, you'll notice you have these same things, except Patrol 1, it'll be Patrol 2. And then once you join, these will be changed to the actual names of the patrols, so you don't have to worry about knowing which one's in which. All right, now patrol leaders, you'll be introduced to a leader chat. This is with the patrol leaders, assistant senior patrol leaders, and adult leaders for planning These aren't going to be used for just your normal chat. This is going to be for planning and making sure everything's in place. All right, SPL and ASPL, you will have little bit more. You'll have access to both patrol chats. You'll see that there. And that's pretty much it. That's also new, is that you've got both patrol chats, since SPL and ASPL don't belong in one patrol. So let's move on to parents. Parents, you will not be able to interact as much with the scouts to conform with our youth protection guidelines, but you'll still be able to see a lot of the main stuff that you can pass along to the scouts. If you see someone else is posting about merit badge opportunities and there's something there, you have that information. If you do need to access information, if you do have a question that you need to ask, that is in the parents and leaders chats, where it's just the parents and adult leaders. So you can go ahead and ask in there. You will be able to, send out, you see signups and send out announcements like there. So we'll move on to adult leaders. So adult leaders, you have the most amount of permission. You have all of the chats. You will have a troop committee chat for if you just have to schedule something. You'll also have the leader chat for the SPL, ASPL, scout leader chat. And then you'll also have access to the parents and leaders as well. Along with that, you'll also have access to both patrol chats, just like the SPL and ASPL, so you can see and monitor everything that's going on. So, all right, let's move on to our bots over here. So, ScouterBot is the main bot for the server. You'll notice when you come down here, that it tells you who's in the different roles that are in the different channels. So if we come up here, you'll see the exact same things. Tech support is everybody, so you won't see that. But ScouterBot and CarlBot will be in all of the chats. They don't do much. ScouterBot is our moderation bot. He is in charge of looking after everybody who is not conforming to our guidelines, the cyber chip. So if you're saying something that really shouldn't be said, or if you're cyberbullying, depending on the severity of what you've done, it will unleash a mute. It'll delete the message and warn you. So it gives you a break to cool down and warn you. If you have enough warns, it will remove you from. It will remove your roles, and you'll need to talk to either an adult or the SPL, ASPL, or SPL, just the SPL, of to get back in. So it also has a really cool feature about a point system. So you may notice that after sometimes the people who are introducing themselves or they're talking, every so often it'll pop up and it'll say something along the lines of so and so has reached level 3. Congratulations. That is our point system. It is to help motivate and encourage participation, so that way you're continuing to be in the chat, you're actually looking at things, so that way we don't just have scouts who are in and just reading information and we can't contact them. So it'll level up. It's really just a friendly point system. There's really not too many rewards. So just yet, that's up to the discretion of what we do later on. But and along with that, we also have CarlBot. CarlBot is back up in the rules. He just does this. He doesn't really do anything else. So those are our bots. So with our another one of our rules that's kind of not here, but is subtly enforced, is a spam. So not the food or the ham, but spam. So constantly sending messages one after the other. Since everybody will be getting these, especially in the troop chats, we ask that you don't do that there. So kind of like this, what this has gone down here. If you just start spamming a, that's not okay. so this is the level bot, right? You got your GG at person reached level 1. So that's kind of like with the leveling. But the spam, so you'll notice that it says slow mode is enabled. That pretty much means that you could only send a message once every 5 seconds. To prevent that, if we do find out that you are misusing that and mistreating that, uh, that will be that will give you a warn. So just make sure you're not doing that. And we can communication limit. If something does go through the Scouter bot, if you do something that it doesn't recognize, since it is a piece of code, it's not perfect. It all adults and or all adult leaders and SPL and ASPL can see all the messages, and it is recorded. The person who sends the message, you can delete it if it was already said or something's wrong. Um, you go ahead, delete it, fix your mistake, but just know that the Scouter bot works instantly and it'll notice it, and it'll give you that warn slash citation. So just keep that in mind. With the slow mode enabled, some people may just quickly send the correct word if you mistype afterwards. Just that way people actually understand. We have a cool feature where on your messages you can actually come to more, and then oh, I'm on the wrong one. I gotta find something I typed. Okay, let's say I went to merit badges and I said I need, and then badge, right? I mean that's not correct. You come up and you can hit edit, and then you can edit uh, as it comes along. So, but just know that it will be monitored and it is recorded, uh, just for our 2D leadership and our protection, the youth protection policies. So up at announcements, we've there's another feature that we have that's really not going to be used a lot, but will be used for announcements, and that is our tags. So if you'd like to tag a person, or if you want to do everybody, you can do at, and that gives you a list of everybody who's on. So you've got your members, which you really shouldn't be needing to tag members unless that's in your patrol chat. But you will have your different roles. So if you need to contact just Patrol 1 to remind them, you can do that. You can double up on them, so you can do parents as well. But we also have, if you need to direct it to a chat, you can do hashtag and then whatever channel. So if we were to do leader chat, it gives you the different chats. So that's pretty much it. The only other thing that I didn't cover was the leveling, and that's if you would like to access that. We'd ask that you do that in most likely a troop thing. If you'd like to see where you are, or where you're at, you do exclamation point and then rank, and then you hit enter, and then it'll give you your rank. So I'm number 1, and I'm at level 2, and this is my XP. So the XP is based off of how long and how many messages you send. Really, it's a complicated process, but it's something that I really don't understand. It's there. It still is not okay to spam. That will get your points deducted and communication limited. So just that's the biggest thing is don't be spamming into the chat, sending random messages or spelling out your letters one by one. So, and if you want to see where you are with other people, you do exclamation point leaderboard, and then you send, and then give it a second, maybe it's a little delayed. It should come up with the message, and you can click on the link that it has, and it'll take you to the troops leaderboard, and you can see who has, you can see this for everybody else. So other than that, it is a cool Discord server. It's definitely took a lot of work to make, but it should provide the communication that we've been missing. So if you have any other questions, please contact me, or if you once you're into the Discord server, just go ahead and go to the tech support. Um, Either contact myself. My email will be. I'll send my email in the email that this video will be sent out in. But either contact me or contact a scout leader or someone who's knowledgeable in this area. Um, and that's pretty much it. So thank you, and I hope you can get on without any problems.